been so intrigued
1.8?
by sunken ships, and so I think it's really, really neat. I'd love to see some pictures and stuff posted. They didn't show anything yet, but I'll be really interested to see that because that's pretty awesome.
Yeah.
I think.
Hey, did they ever release? Y'all see the wreck on the Twin Bridges last night?
No,
but I did read the
heard.
story.
Did they ever release the name?
He's a Grand Prairie man. I don't know if I remember
what
his
happened?
name.
They said that the cars that was following him said he just jerked over and hit the guardrail.
What happened was he had a trailer, and the trailer, I don't know if it had a flat or what, but he said it started going towards the guardrail, and he whipped, and when he did, it went over, and he went over, and huge mess Wednesday night. So
wait,
Yep.
Did somebody fall in the lake?
he did.
Did he die?
Yes.
Yeah, that's fine.
Did he die because of the
I
water?
mean, we feed
No,
him anyway.
I think he
so.
died from the crash.
Oh. Did it tear the bridges up?
I don't know.
Yeah,
It
that's
didn't say
fine.
anything about tearing the bridges up, but they said that they had it shut down for a couple of hours, and it was a Grand Prairie man.
Let me call you back. Let me call you back in a little bit. Bye.
All right. Well,
Speaking of accidents,
Now, hey, here's a story that happened right here, and it didn't happen in Hollywood theaters because that's where we go.
Right.
That's the one we promote. But it happened over at the Dollar one.
at the Dollar Theater.
At the
well, I
Dollar
love
Theater.
the Dollar Theater.
But it's owned by Starplex.
Right. What did happen?
Well, a daycare, I saw this on the news. A daycare piled all the kids up, 5 and 6 years old. A daycare out in Belmud.
Belmud, right, there you go.
And took them to the movie.
Took him to the movie.
Death at a funeral.
What? What?
After only watching 5 or 10 minutes of it, they realized it wasn't a movie for the kids and got them out.
What? Who? Let me just go. Here's your sign. How you gotta be? How,
You actually have me
how are you
speechless.
as the director or workers?
Not know that is not for 5 or 6 year olds.
Well, we said the first 2 words. It's the start of the story.
OMG.
How? I don't even know how to.
I was ROFL.
Well, thank goodness you did clarify the start of the story, so we don't even have to go any further. I don't.
Wow.
The owner said it was just a miscommunication, and they did not realize that it was an adult movie. Even though every ticket had R on it.
Yes, of course.
How do you not research that movie before you take kids to see it? If it's not a cartoon, you better research it. It's 5 and 6
Well, I'm
year
going to tell you,
olds.
there's one of us right here that used to take kids to the movie, and that was a deal that each parent had to sign off that they could see that movie.
Right.
Just to keep me,
Yep.
CYA.
Yeah.
Oh,
And
that
that's
is
see ya.
crazy.
CYA, see ya.
No, cover your.
Oh. Charles Woodson saves a friend and his wine business partner from house fire.
He has a wine business that's called 24, and this is really cool because for every bottle sold, he donates $10 to the Children's Hospital, which is really cool.
Charles
That's a little
Woodson,
plug for him.
Who also plays in the NFL.
Yeah. So anyway, his house caught on fire, and him and his buddy, Rick, I can't remember his last name, they were watching his 1997 video. Is that when he got the Heisman?
Probably.
So they were watching that video because they had been to a charity event earlier in the night, and they were just chilling and watching, and somehow the house caught on fire, and Rick is saying, this man is a savior. He saved me. He was like, he builds hospitals. He donates to charity all the time. This is just a really stand-up guy.
Charles Woodson's always been a...
Yeah, he never been in trouble. Always been plays hard. Kind of reminds me of, golly, what was his name? It was the Baltimore or the Steelers, Rod Woodson. Kind of reminds me of a Rod Woodson.
And did you know Charles Woodson went to the University of Michigan?
Yes, he did.
And did you know that in Michigan, a drunk driver was pulled over and gave what excuse to an officer?
Oh my gosh, you're gonna laugh your butt off. This guy gave the officer the excuse that he was drunk, yes. And why he was drunk, he is blaming it on LeBron James because LeBron James decided to go to Miami Heat and not the Boston Celtics. And the officer was like,
he wasn't
do you
ever
mean
gonna
the
go to the
Cleveland
Celtics.
Cavaliers? That's what he said. And so the man was like, you know, I did what every other American did when I heard that LeBron went to Miami. I had to go get drunk.
I'd have had to let him go. I would have had to take him home, leave his car there.
And not even ticket him.
Yeah.
I knew y'all'd like that story. That was so funny when I was reading it.
Do you know who I could hear doing that? Who I could hear saying that in this town? Our friend, Charlie. Golf Charlie. Chad's Charlie.
Yeah. Charlie B.
Charlie B.
I could hear Charlie B doing that exact same thing. Saying that exact same story. Shout out to Charlie.
Oh my goodness.
Telling the story or being drunk?
Both.
Oh my goodness. I thought that was the funniest thing because, I mean, you know, the officer's like, what? I did what every other American did as soon as they heard about the news. I went out and had a few drinks. I'm upset at LeBron.
I want to
so
clarify.
It's LeBron's fault.
I want to clarify why I said that. Last time we saw Charlie, he went. We are over in the corner drinking, and we are solving the oil spill crisis. Give us a few more hours, it'll be solved.
Speaking of solved, looks like the Cleveland owner, Dan Gilbert, has his fine solved. The people of Cleveland are standing behind him and going to throw money in to raise the $100K that the NBA fined him.
Yep.
Is that not correct?
Yep, that is correct.
Fix to say, because it says it right there.
$100,000.
Word for word.
He got fined $100,000 for bashing LeBron.
Yep.
Don't you think he should be able to do that? I mean,
I think there's a fine
It's a
line
negative
of
image.
what you
As an
can say. There's a fine line of what you can and should say as a professional. I mean, you know, he took it a little more personal, which he has every right to, but it's not in the public eye. You do have boundaries of what
I'm gonna tell you,
should
man,
be allowed
that
to
is
say.
a tough situation to say who's right and who's wrong.
They're both wrong,
Yeah.
Yeah.
in my opinion.
He
Right, I totally
handled
agree.
it different. Dan Gilbert's handled it different. You know, LeBron wants to win. Dan, I look at him and going, that's my meal ticket. You know, I bought the Cleveland and we signed LeBron and we gave him whatever we wanted. He made us a ton of money.
He's going,
And I'm
he's
losing.
going, we scratched his back and now it's time to scratch ours and he didn't do it.
Yeah.
I think that was simply it.
It is Friday,
Whoop, whoop.
and our sponsor today is Love Video.
Yes, love video.
Hey, and when you hear that, most people think novelty store.
Right.
But they do have family videos on one side, adult videos, and novelties on the other side. So go to right out in Bruce Lady.
They have tanning. They have apparel. I mean, you know, it's not just a novelty
If you
shop.
see any of us on the you know
We
the
are
list that
working.
that they're a lot, you know, frequent customers, they just put us on there because we're a sponsor.
Right.
That's it. That's the only reason we'd be up there.
But if we're out there and you see us, we're visiting. Like my dad used to do at church. We visit all our sponsors.
Man, a sponsor's a sponsor.
A sponsor is a sponsor.
That is very right. Very true.
So get on down there and get something for
They're
your
good
love, your
people.
video, for your, I mean, if you need something.
Yeah.
Tanning.
Because not everybody has a man.
I'm one of them. Thank God. Anyway,
Hey, this gift later on back here.
Until
Until
that.
Friday, until Monday, I am Russ, this is Steph, that is Chris, and we are out of here.